points clear of Manchester City. City 9 points worse off than at this stage last season, and they were only ever up to 10 points behind Liverpool in all of last season. Leicester, of course, can get closer to Liverpool tomorrow. They're at home to Everton. Chelsea have missed out on the chance to go level on points with Leicester, beaten by West Ham. And Spurs, 3 wins out of 3 in all competitions in the Jose Mourinho, are up to 5th. Relentless Liverpool, 31 league games unbeaten. That's the 3rd best in the entire Premier League era, and they have also equalled an entire Liverpool Football Club record today, set in the late 80s. And this man was at the double with those 2 goals in the first half. Then it needed an intervention as well from Adrian. And here are the thoughts of the Big Dutchman.
Virgil, that was probably a little bit harder than it maybe should have been, was it?
Well, obviously they are a good side. They play football, they take a lot of risk, and that's not easy. And I think we should have done obviously much better than we did, especially the second half, and also I think towards the end of the first half as well. But yeah, you have to give them credit as well. And unfortunately, we get a red card with Alisson. And then obviously you defend, you make sure that we keep the 3 points here.
Before we get to that, your 2 goals, as many as you've scored in your previous 26, but from set pieces. Again, is that something you've been working on this week?
Yeah, all the time. I think obviously I'm one of the main targets for attacking set pieces, and obviously it's not easy because I get marked normally by the best defensive header guy, and today was Dunk, and it's not easy to come free, and it was good that I could contribute with 2 goals today.
So tell me about that sending off from Alisson. I don't suppose you can have many complaints about that, can you?
Yeah, well, I think we should have done better. I think we've put him in that position. I think we shouldn't have put him in that position. But the situation is how it is. He got sent off. We have to deal with it, and obviously it's a bit of a disappointment. But we'll go again.
And in terms of their goal, were you aware that they were going to take? Were you waiting for a whistle? Did you hear a whistle?
No idea. I'm in the wall, so it was the corner, I think, of Adrian, but I think he was busy with the wall still. I have no idea, but he went in. The ref gave it, the VAR gave it, so we had to deal with it. Obviously, it's a pity, but we got the 3 points.
And just finally, I know you'll tell me that you are always ready, but a game on average every 3 days now, up until the new year, starting next with the Merseyside derby.
It's not easy. You see today as well. Obviously, we played a couple of days ago, and the energy is always a little bit less than usual if you have a full week to prepare. But we have to deal with it, and sometimes you have to manage the game a little bit better. And today, I think we could have done better, but we won, and that's the most important thing.
Thank you as always.
His 2 goals enough. Just to give you an idea of the standards Liverpool are setting, they are only the 3rd team at this stage of a top-flight season to get to 40 points this soon. Should they have done it in a more straightforward fashion, though, today?
Yeah, I suppose so. Going 2-0 clear, you think game, set and match. I certainly did at half-time.
You said no danger whatsoever.
No danger whatsoever. I was right. Just a little bit. No, listen, a sending off and a goal, within seconds of that sending off, it turns it right around. And Brighton played well, threw caution to the wind, had 1 or 2 chances. Alisson gave us a big nervous moment, and then Adrian gave us a few little nervous moments.
We gave you a nervous moment, let's just point that out.
Yeah,
us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, getting across over the line with another 3 points, it's come at a cost. We spoke about Fabinho being injured before the game. Now they've got their best goalkeeper suspended for a game, but overall, you'd take that. Yes, a red card, but 3 points was all important.
And you'd take your big central defender scoring 2 headers in the first half, Glenn.
Well, I think we were talking about Newcastle, about defenders scoring, but when the front 3 weren't really functioning well today, you need your big defenders to come up from set plays and things like that. That's when you know things are going well for you. They weren't at their best, Liverpool, but as Michael says, they got over the line. And I'll tell you what, the 11 games that they've got coming up, they're not going to be able to play at their very best all the time. This is a great example, it's a wonderful head of that, it's a great example of how they're going to have to win and approach most of these games. They're not going to be at their best because they haven't got their best team out at the moment. So it's a wonderful result for them, especially with City dropping points as well. I think this is a defining weekend, I really do, for Liverpool.
Martin Atkinson, red cards.
Palace back into the top half. Arsenal slip a place again. Burnley, Sheffield United, Wolves all down, but as you can see, 3 of that 4 yet to play. Spurs into 5th from the bottom half today. Chelsea beaten, no change. Leicester down. Manchester City into 2nd, but it's 11 points now to both the champions and Leicester, who get a chance to close the gap back to 8 tomorrow. We're off to Southampton shortly, where Andy Townsend